Natural purpose of human energy is creation. When it is only used on physical level, it produces physical children. But when the same force is preserved and elevated, it rises upward, and give birth to a spiritual awakening, inner wisdom, and ultimately liberations. Through Naam Simran, through Zikr, the 10th gate opens within a person. A deep spiritual doorway begins to unfold. The individual starts to feel inwardly elevated, peaceful, and connected to a higher consciousness. Their awareness begins to remain in a beautiful, uplifting state, and worldly pleasures gradually lose their taste and value. The attraction that once seemed important begin to begin to appear empty and without meaning. Such a person naturally stays away from negativity and lower actions. Just as animals may eat straw, but human beings never does. In the same way, the spiritual awakened person develop a natural disinterest toward the lower tendencies. It's not because someone forced them, but because the hurt itself no longer find values in such things, such lower things. Slow, steady breathing and remaining aware of the breath greatly helps in this journey. As the breath becomes calm and continuous, concentration deepens and the mind becomes one pointed. Spiritual life does not require leaving the household. The true teaching is to remain in the family life while conquering attachment. Challenge is not to run away from the home, but to rise above emotional bondage and possessiveness while still fulfilling worldly duties. If one is a life partner, also walk in a spiritual understanding and holy company, the household life itself become a path to liberations. And that will be easy. The job become easy if the life partner also in the same direction. Real issue is not family, to be very clear. It's the attachment. The problem is not a family, problem is an attachment. A person may leave their spouse, children, but if they then but if they then become attached to followers, disciples, or recognitions. It happens most of the time. We see on the TV channels, on the YouTube channels, many followers, but there was no spirituality inside. The bondage is still there. Real victory is freedom from the inner attachment. Just as a sugarcane, juice, milk, honey, each their own unique taste, Naam Simran, Zikr, repetitions, carries a sweetness unlike anything in the world. It's an inner nectar that can only be known through direct experience. That experience cannot give it to by somebody. That's why the religions, humanity is degrading down the road, but the wealth is increasing. Religion, when I say religions, it means humanity, service, divine, that finding that higher authority. If you want to become a big, attach to someone big, bigger than you. So why in the world wealth is increasing. From if you see Stone Age to now, we're living in a better house, better transportation system, better health system as compared to Stone Age. But humanity is downgraded. Religion is not explore or expand similar to the wealth, because wealth I can grab from my parents, I give back to my children's. So I will grab from my from my history, from my past, from my hierarchy. But the religion that I've earned meditations by practice, I cannot give it to my children's. That's why they have to do their own by themselves. There is a beautiful examples. A fish once asked a turtle, "What is the water like?" The turtle replied, "Without it, life cannot exist." When the fish asked to be shown water, the turtle carried the fish onto the dry land. As a fish struggled, the turtle explained that without which which you are now suffering, that's a water. Fish didn't know what's water because she live in the water. We don't know the Almighty God or Allah or whatever the name you call, because we live inside. We never know. We can feel it. Like a fish cannot feel the water. In the same way, we already living within the divine, but the Guru give us a awareness of the truth. The Guru, the mentor, give you awareness, or any wiser persons give you awareness. This is a state that yogis described as awakening of kundalini, uplifting the breath, or blooming of the lotus of the heart. Just as a snake crawling on the ground can easily be struck, but the cobra, with its hood raised, is difficult to surpass. Is difficult to suppress. In the same way, a person whose awareness has risen cannot easily be controlled by the world. So upliftment can be done with meditation, with consciousness. So meditation have 3 steps: concentrations versus concentrations, right? And then you recitations, and then contemplations. It's not coming at one stage. First, focus, concentrations. Once you getting a win of your concentrations, concentration is on the breath, in and out. So balance is also a part of spirituality. Once a seeker came who had been instructed by a sadhu or mentor to sleep very little and remain busy in the constant recitations. Because of lack of rest, his physical and mental health had declined badly. He was advised to sleep at least 7 hours daily. Slowly, he accepted this, and peace returned to his life. Spirituality support health, patience, balance, and clarity. At a time, saints even hide themselves from the public praise. Kabir Sahib once deliberately walked through the market holding a bottle of liquor and leaning on the woman's shoulder. So people would stop, glorify him. But later he realized that unnecessary defamations also prevent service to the community or humanity, which against the divine will. So he healed a lame man. Once again, his name spread among the people. Kabir Sahib then said, "I did nothing. I do nothing. And this body can do nothing. Whatever happened is done by the divine. So the greatness of Naam has no limit. Whenever a person of Naam, Jikr, is honored beyond even that, there is still Naam. Naam begins with the tongue, but eventually it settles into the breath itself. Then the divine vibrations begin to fill the home, surroundings, and every part of the life. Is called Abha. If you see any picture of any saint or uh, because artists make sometimes make a pictures, artists painters made them pictures, and they make a white background behind it on the head of any spiritual personality. That the white thing behind the just behind the head is around in a sun shape is called Abha. That Abha, I'm talking about that Abha here right now. So now begins with the tongue, but eventually it settles into the breath itself. The divine vibration begin to fill the home and surrounding and every part of the life. That Abba attract like a magnet. Whoever is a jagyasu who looking for, seeking something, that Abba can catch the person like a magnet. So the first work of the Nam is cleaning the inner impurities. When the mind become pure, it naturally enters peace, rest, and spiritual illness. This is a true path. Thanks for watching. If it's helpful for you guys, share the video and subscribe the channel if it's possible. God bless you. Take care.